Hi friends, we'll continue this complex number. Just I will recall, we are denoting our complex number from z is equal to a plus ib. A and b, these are the real numbers, and I is equal to root. And this type of number is called complex number. A part is called a real part of complex number. B part is called the imaginary part of number. Here, again, we have, again, I will continue some, taking some examples. I will continue by third example. Suppose I have a complex number 3 and I will write here as minus 5i. How to find out real part and imaginary part? Actually, only one part is there. Any complex number is given. This complex number having the two parts that equal to x plus or that equal to a plus I. This is our real part and this is our imaginary complex number. Two parts. But here, given complex number is in this form, therefore I will try to write in our proper form. Producing here 0 minus. Now, what is real part? This is just like a plus ib form. Here a is a real part. Real part of this z3 is equal to 0 and imaginary part of this number is equal to 1. Now I will write here. Also here I will take another example and then we'll write our conclusion. Take another number z4. Z4 equal to 3. My complex number is z3, z4 equal to 3. Then I will write here this complex number as 3 plus 0i. That means this is nothing but again a plus I. A is a real part. A real part of this complex number z4 is a 3 and imaginary part of this complex number is equal to 0. In general, our complex number having a real and imaginary part. Particularly for these two examples, z3 and z4. For these two examples, in first example, real part is 0. And in second example, imaginary part is 0. Right? First example, real part is 0. Second example, imaginary part. Here I will write out my conclusion. If real part of complex number is 0, then this is called purely imaginary number. And this is called purely imaginary number. And here, if imaginary part is 0, then this complex number is purely real. Right? I will write here only your conclusion for any complex number or any if real part 0, real part is 0, this complex purely, and if imaginary part is 0, is complex number. Only, okay. Now remember this. If my complex number whose real part is 0, then this is a purely imaginary number. And if imaginary part is 0, only a real. Now again, one question is here. If my complex number, now again observing this example, Z4. So we take here Z4. Observing Z4, Z4. What is Z4? Z4 is 3. That means this is purely real number because imaginary part is 0. This is a purely real number. That means it is a complex number and more a purely real number. Then tell me, is it real number? Z4, Z4 equal to 3 is a real number. Z4 equal to 3 is a real number. Okay? Z4 equal to 3 is a real number. Means every real number I will write. Every real number I can take any, suppose A is belongs in R, then I can write this A is nothing but A plus I into 0. Any real number I can write in this. And I will say that this method equal to A plus I. This is a real number. Now tell me, if I will write in this form, then this becomes a complex. Because we are knowing that any real part and imaginary part is there, then that is called complex number. Then this is a complex number. Every real number I will write in this form. Therefore, can make a then conclude that every real number is every real number is a complex number. But again, here important thing is that whose imaginary part is always whose imaginary part is always okay. Every real number is a complex number. Imaginary part. Therefore, we can write here in set form. This is a set of real number. Right here, a real number, and I will take C. This notation, the set of complex number, and we are knowing that from this conclusion, every real number is a complex number. Therefore, R is always a subset of these numbers. R is always subset of C. Hence, every real number is a set of a real set of real number is a subset of complex. Because we are knowing that again, real number we can write in this part. Thank you.